Hey guys, happy Sunday. Another meal prep video coming up. Today we're gonna do one of my old pork shoulder meals that I used to cook all the time with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Also at the end of this video, I'm gonna show what a typical day looks like for me, since one of you guys asked, okay, I know the meal you're cooking, but what else do you eat throughout a typical day? Here we go. All right, simple ingredients today. We're gonna go some of these portobello mushrooms, onion, some sweet potatoes, the pork shoulder, green and red pepper, and then basic salt, pepper, avocado oil, and some barbecue sauce. So we've cut up a green, a red pepper, a full red onion, and 3 small sweet potatoes. I'm gonna put a little salt, pepper, and oil in there. Pork shoulder's ready, and then we will just combine all of those things in the crock pot with some of the mushrooms that have not been cut and are just gonna kind of rest on top of everything in the crock pot. Bacon, good idea? Yeah, I thought so. All right, now for the fun part, putting all the stuff together. First, pork shoulder. Wow, drop it in. Then, all of the veggies and sweet potatoes. These have already been mixed up with the olive oil, or the avocado oil, pepper, green and red, and then onion and sweet potatoes. It's a lot of veggies. Then, just a couple of mushrooms, baby portobellos that I rinsed. And now the sauce. Here's the disclaimer part of the video today. I like Grumpy's Private Reserve. However, there is a lot of added sugar in this. So, for those of you who are looking to eat super healthy, probably would advise against buying this. Just read the labels. There's a lot of other options for barbecue sauce that have a lot less sugar in them. So, this is what I do, not what you need to do. Here we go. Boom. Call that about half the bottle. Gonna get dirty here, mix everything in together. Then I'll put this guy on the crock pot for about 6.5 hours. That's it. Quiche for the week. We've got one with maple breakfast sausage and mushrooms. Another one we're gonna call the veggie one, which is mushrooms, green and red pepper. That is a lot of eggs. A little salt and pepper. We're about to make this thing ready for the oven. Oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. Quiche are topped off just about to the edge of the crust. I obviously eat dairy. Cheese is pretty much the only dairy I eat, but you do not have to add it. Quiche are just as delicious without it. For the folks who don't like cheese, put these in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes, and the breakfast for the week is done. Shout out of the week goes out to our friends at Teton Waters Ranch. Going to be using their uncured jalapeno cheddar bratwurst. 100% grass-fed, no hormones, antibiotics, feedlot. Absolutely delicious. Picked this up today during the Costco run. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for making good, healthy products. Woo! For another little snack meal, we've got some sweet potatoes with just salt and pepper and a little bit of that avocado oil. We're going to add the pork sausage and the remaining mushrooms for a couple of snacks throughout the week. The sweet potatoes are cooked just shy of the way I like them. Remaining mushrooms are there, ready to be added. Cooking up the sausage for a while. Then we'll add everything together so it can cook for a while before packaging. So the quiche are done. Cooked well. And then this is the chicken from one whole rotisserie chicken from Costco. There's one full one in the fridge left. These are going to go with some kale and Brussels sprout salads. And this guy is unfortunately cleaning up the piece of chicken that I dropped on the ground. Lucky. And for the salad, that's going to have chicken added to it. This prepackaged kale chopped salad with Brussels sprouts. It comes with its own croutons, cheese, and dressing. Probably leave the croutons out, but we'll mix all of that together, then add in the chicken to start portioning it out. So there's 3.5 hours left on the pork shoulder, which should give about 5 or 6 meals with all those veggies. 4 portion sizes of the bratwurst with sweet potato and mushrooms. 2 breakfast quiche, which should be about 8 to 9 portions. And then 7 salads. with the kale and Brussels sprout salad and shredded chicken from a full rotisserie chicken. Back to wrap up this week's meal prep video with the full answer to what a typical day of food looks like for me. So my average wake up time is going to be 6 a.m. throughout the week. That'll have a breakfast quiche piece with a little bit of salsa, maybe some guac on that. Then lunch usually happens somewhere around 11:30 or noon. That's going to be the rotisserie chicken with kale and Brussels sprout salad. Afternoon snack, usually right after I work out or so. That'll be the bratwurst with sweet potato and mushrooms. Then finally dinner. Depending on the day, I usually eat somewhere between 6 and 9 p.m. based on my work schedule and what time I had lunch. So that's going to be the pork shoulder crock pot meal with all the veggies and a little bit of rice. As I said, for breakfast, maybe the snack, I'll add that guacamole there. I do eat cheese, so maybe I'll throw in some cheese and a little bit of fruit. Got some fresh cut watermelon there. And I'll usually have about 1 La Croix per day, just for that little bit of a sweet treat for a drink. So that's a typical day's worth of food for me. Maybe I'll throw in a Kind bar throughout the day if I'm a little bit hungry as well. But feel free, if someone wants to calculate what that macro portion would look like, would definitely not have the whole thing there of watermelon, probably just, let's say, 5 to 10 pieces. There you have what a typical day looks like for me. Any other questions, comments, feedback, let me know. Hopefully this week was helpful for you guys, and enjoy the first week of June coming up.